Hello and welcome back. The global awakening. That's what this video is going to be about. Now at this point, it simply can't be denied anymore. If you're sensitive enough, you'll have seen the levels of awakening within yourself. Those who have been looking don't need a calendar. Those who have been looking see it all inside themselves. There's been a huge shift in consciousness. Mine started 5 years ago. Almost 5, it'll be 5 years, September the 18th, 2016 at 9:30 p.m. And during that time, my level of consciousness has been climbing. And I've noticed this. At the beginning, for about 6 months or so, it climbed. It was an explosion from here to immeasurable. And then at some point, I fell for 6 months or so. Recognizing I continued and never looked back from that moment. Now, during all of that time, I could see all these shifts up and down, and you could measure the speed of your ascension, if you want to call it that. How fast your conscious awareness is expanding. It's palatable, you can feel it. But within the last 6 months, 2021, from the moment the year became galloping, March, April, May, June, to where we find ourselves now, there's been huge leaps and bounds. A faster acceleration in a shorter amount of time than anything I experienced after my original awakening, anything I experienced from that point, from the afterwards on. For about 4 years, I had made great progress. In this last few months, now I want you to look around you, not only inside, but I want you to notice the people in your life. Look at how the people you follow on social media, the people you follow, videos on YouTube, notice how some people seem to have found something. They seem to be carrying such a high level of new confidence. They have a new aura about them. They speak differently. They feel differently. They feel different to you, to themselves. They seem more authentic than they ever had been in their entire lives. Look around you, look inside you. This is happening on a global scale. All of us, small or large. It can't be denied anymore. Share this video. Find all the videos you can find about the global awakening. You see, there is 2 directions you can take. One is to look at the other global event that you hear of called the global pandemic. Now there is the other side that you can look at if you'd like to create a duality, that is, of a global awakening. In reality, there's no split between the two. Not that this is causing this, But this is just two sides of an ultimate reality we are experiencing now, and we could add so many more labels to create a bigger and broader picture of what you want to call reality. But the truth is, your perspective on how you view world situations largely creates an energy field around you. Your belief charges that energy field, and it is contagious to other people and has the ability for people to sync together on a similar frequency. If you feed the fear, that's the world you're creating. If you feed gratitude, that's the world of love you're stepping into, allowing to flow through your own being, which is there already, unrecognized largely by the vast majority, which is waking up in waves. Now the mosquitoes are getting at me. I put on my sweater so I wouldn't get bitten as much. Now they're all after my ears, and of course I'm barefoot, so they're gnawing at my feet. So your perspective is everything. It's so simple. You can focus your time on the things that make you feel bad, or your energy, focus your energy, or you can focus your attention on the things that make you feel happy. Both will take you on a ride. The world you see will be a reflection of that energy you charge, the energy you put your attention in. It depends on you, the type of world you create. Now let me share this. There are studies that have been done that would suggest, many now, you can search them all yourself, that would suggest that we are connected on a very fundamental level, our consciousness. An example, if a mother and her child are halfway across the world, yet the child experiences trauma, the mother can feel it. Oftentimes, the mother just knows. That's one example. Go ahead and search more. So there seems to be this level of connectivity. Now, this level of connectivity is if a shared, can be harnessed to create a shared experience in the world. A lot of what you see on media, social media, will have you feel one way. It's not that you should hide, but when you feel a certain way, you're creating a certain energy field. Now, I've read that all it takes for the entire world to become enlightened is to have 1% of the population, the world global population, enlightened. And that energy, so potent, will have an overwhelming effect on the overall consciousness of the world. And that is what I want to tell you is happening already. This is a process that cannot be stopped. And the thing is, when you look at the world as two sides, you're creating your duality. In reality, there is only a global awakening. And what you're noticing is that some people require this to awaken. Another person requires that to awaken. This other human being experiencing life might require this. Each one of those requires a certain level of intensity and experience for that individual in order for them to finally feel they've had enough and they can drop their ego. try something different because everything I've been doing has failed utterly. A person needs to go through their rock bottom. Whatever their rock bottom is, however they go about reaching it, is how the person goes to recognize these deep, deep levels of connectivity with your other fellow human being on the planet. The more you open yourself up to the well of depth in your sorrow, your sadness, the more it will link you to other human beings who are also suffering. This will directly be a cause for compassion to be considered, to be maybe stepped into. The world today is lacking greatly in compassion. There is no thing that is happening that should not. There is no thing that is happening that should. Regardless people's intentions around the world, what is happening is happening. Can you use it in a way that is helpful and useful is the only question. So I leave you with that. Wherever you are around the world, whatever time it is that you're watching this video, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Peace.